After weeks of speculation about its future, Ferrari finally issued a statement on Tuesday confirming that it had accepted Binotto's decision to resign. The team said Binotto would be on board till December 31st and that they hoped to have a replacement for him finalized in the new year. The team seemed to be waiting to end its long wait for titles after a strong start to the 2022 season, but it failed to win any of the final 11 races of the campaign amid a loss of performance and finished a distant second to Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship. Though the Italian team didn't actually have the pace to compete with Red Bull, the combination of reliability issues and repeated strategy errors saw Binotto come under pressure, with rumors surfacing ahead of the season's finale in Abu Dhabi that he would be dismissed. Binotto told that he regretted having to leave the team, but felt that it was the best thing for the Maranello outfit. With the regret that this entails, I've decided to conclude my collaboration with Ferrari, he said. I'm leaving a company that I love, which I've been part of for the last 28 years, with the serenity that comes from the conviction that I had made every effort to achieve the objective set. I leave a united and growing team, a strong team ready, I'm sure, to achieve the highest goals, to which I wish all the best for the future. I think it's right to take this step at this time, as hard as the decision has been for me. I'd like to thank all the people at the Gestione Sportiva who have shared this journey with me, made up of difficulties but also of great satisfaction. Binotto's move comes at the end of the roller coaster season, where Ferrari enjoyed many highs and lows. Though, while the squad emerged as Red Bull's closest challenger, a series of reliability problems and strategy errors prompted questions about whether or not Ferrari needed a shakeup of management. Rumors about Binotto's future surfaced ahead of the season finale in Abu Dhabi, with Alfa Romeo team boss Fred Vasseur linked as a possible replacement. However, with it understood, Binotto felt that he did not have the full support of Ferrari chairman John Elkann and CEO Benedetto Vigna. After securing second place in the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship, he offered his resignation, which was accepted. Vigna expressed his thanks for his efforts that Binotto had made during the decade at Ferrari. I'd like to thank Binotto for his many great contributions over 28 years with Ferrari, and particularly for leading the team back to a position of competitiveness during this past year, he said. As a result, we are in a strong position to renew our challenge, above all, of our amazing fans around the world, to win the ultimate prize in motorsports. Everyone here at the Scuderia and the wider Ferrari community wishes Binotto well for the future. Binotto took on the post in 2019, but has failed to turn around Ferrari's fortune since then. The team have still not taken a Constructors' title since 2008, and a Drivers' Championship since 2007. After a positive first year, the 53-year-old oversaw a calamitous season in 2020, when the car was seriously down on power, was a handful to drive, and they finished 6th, their worst season since 1980 when they were 10th. Much shock was placed in a resurgence under the new regulations imposed this year, and initially Ferrari looked to have emerged as front-runners. Charles Leclerc won 2 of the opening 3 races in a car that was hugely competitive. However, as the season progressed and Red Bull outdeveloped the Scuderia, the team were repeatedly found wanting with a series of failures in reliability, strategy, and from the driver Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Verstappen cantered to the title and Red Bull sealed the Constructors' crown with equal ease. Ferrari were out of the title fight almost by the midpoint of the season, and although they finished second, were 205 points behind Red Bull. Earlier this year at the Italian GP, Elkann had defended Binotto, but warned that his team must do better. We have great faith in Mattia Binotto and appreciate everything he and all our engineers have done, he said. But there is no doubt that the work in Maranello, in the garage, on the pit wall, and at the wheel needs to improve. After Italy, the team travails continued, and they failed to genuinely challenge for a win. Several weeks ago, rumors surfaced suggesting Binotto would be removed, but they were dismissed by Ferrari, and at the season finale in Abu Dhabi, Binotto insisted he still had the full backing of Elkann. However, Ferrari have now ended their relationship with Binotto, who has been a stalwart at the team for more than 25 years. Binotto studied mechanical engineering at the university and specialized in cars and engines when taking a master's. He was offered the chance to join the Scuderia as a graduate in 1995 and worked through the ranks, including during the period when the Scuderia returned 6 consecutive Constructors' titles. He was put in charge of the engine in 2015, his management crucial in improving its performance, kickstarting the team's return as a competitive force. He took over as Chief Technical Officer in 2016 and Principal in 2019. His task then was formidable. The team he inherited from Maurizio Arrivabene badly needed a reset. They had challenged for titles in 2017 and 2018, but both seasons were found wanting. Binotto had wanted to forge an entirely new squad from the ground up, as Jean Todt had done during Michael Schumacher's huge success with the Scuderia. "I always say to my guys it's more important to be Ferrari than winning," Binotto said in 2021, "because winning will be a simple consequence. If we are capable of being Ferrari and working well, the winning will be the consequence." But the victories failed to materialize. Being Ferrari was simply not enough, and Binotto ran out of time. Frédéric Vasseur is to fill the void left by the resignation of Matteo Binotto in Ferrari. Frenchman Frédéric Vasseur was named team principal and general manager of Ferrari on Tuesday, tasking with ending Red Bull's dominance in Formula One. It'll be the 54-year-old's first job with one of F1's heavyweights. Ferrari NV today announced that Fred Vasseur will join Scuderia Ferrari on January 9th as team principal and general manager, said Ferrari in a statement. Vasseur has over 25 years of winning motor racing experience, commencing in the junior formulas and over the last decade in Formula One. During this time, he's also been widely acknowledged for his success in fostering leading driver talent, claiming the GP2 series in both 2005, Nico Rosberg, and 2006, Lewis Hamilton. Vasseur until recently held the position of CEO and team principal of Sauber Motorsports, currently Alfa Romeo F1 team, having been there since 2017. Prior to this, he was the team principal of Renault in 2016. "We're delighted to welcome Fred Vasseur to Ferrari as our team principal," said Ferrari CEO Benedetto Vigna. Throughout his career, he has successfully combined his technical strength as a trained engineer with a consistent ability to bring out the best in his drivers and teams. "This approach and his leadership are what we need to push Ferrari forward in renewed energy." Vasseur gained a reputation for nurturing new talent, helping win the F2 series in 2005 and 2006 with future world champions Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton, respectively. He has had strong links with the junior categories with Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc. Leclerc was leading the most recent F1 championship in the early stages before his challenge for the driver's title imploded. Red Bull's Max Verstappen retained the crown. "As someone who has always held a lifelong passion for motorsports, Ferrari has always represented the very pinnacle of the racing world to me," said Vasseur. "I look forward to working with the talented and truly passionate team in Maranello to honor the history and heritage of the Scuderia and deliver for our tifosi around the world." Ferrari began the season with 2 wins in the opening 3 races, but then were swept aside by the runaway success of Red Bull and Verstappen. Numerous pit lane missteps and reliability issues damaged Leclerc's attempt to keep up with Verstappen. Leclerc finished second in a title race, but almost 150 points adrift of the Dutchman. Ferrari also finished runners-up in the Constructors' Championship, but over 200 points behind Red Bull. Kimi Räikkönen delivered Ferrari's last driver's crown in 2007, with the team winning their last Constructors' Championship the following year. His arrival also means 3 of the 10 teams will have new bosses next season, with Jost Capito's exit from Williams announced on Monday. Ferrari enjoyed a golden era with 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher during a period of stability under the leadership of Frenchman Jean Todt from 1993 to 2007, but have not won a title since 2008. They finished distant runner-up to Red Bull this season. Vasseur and his compatriot Nicolas Todt, son of Jean and manager of Ferrari's Monegasque driver Charles Leclerc, are close and founded the Junior Series ART racing team together. Stellantis-owned Alfa Romeo are due to end their sponsorship of Sauber at the end of 2023, with the team then becoming the Audi factory outfit from 2026.